Want more free Psych Hub resources? Click on the link in the description.
For our takeaway this week, and the tool we want to put into that toolbox, is to really think about these continuums. These phases. And I want to start with this self-compassion one because we just talked about it, but thinking about ourselves as individuals and where are we at in terms of striving, disillusionment, or radical acceptance. And this is a cyclical progress, so it is not, and no one is further ahead than anyone else.
Yeah, it's not a race. This is not a competition.
Yes, it is not linear. It is more of that kind of circle of being at different phases at different points in our lives and understanding where am I at in terms of moral distress? Where do I feel I'm at in terms of the work I'm doing, the good that I am offering to the world, and where I struggle?
Yeah, and I want to add, disillusionment, like we heard in the story, can sometimes be really hard. And if we look at the self-kindness part of self-compassion, when we make that shift or break open from striving to disillusionment, to be gentle with yourself, because that can be a tough moment, and really needing to surround yourself with love and caring.
And I hear that quite a bit, hearing the story of our colleague recently as well, where that negative self-talk or that ability to kind of judge ourselves harshly is all too familiar. We can also look at the phases of the medical model and take a look at those in terms of the workplace. I'll go to moral distress, but in terms of prevention, mitigation, treatment, or recovery, because we go through all of those stages, where is your workplace focused?
I like that.
Are the resources reactive, proactive, or somewhere in between? How active is the treatment, the infusion into the culture of how the system is working on moral distress?
I like that, and recognize that, all phases need to be addressed, but systems may be in a different place. So where are we at now? What do we need to build out?
I agree. And I think this could also be a cyclical approach as well.
True.
As moral distress is not acute, happens over. We could think about this in education systems of what does this come up with residency programs or learning, and then also what does this come across in terms of administrative functions or supervision. And I started to think about how these two kind of exercises match, of where am I at in terms of self-compassion with where is my workplace at in terms of a response to moral distress.
I like that.
And where could we kind of push or challenge each other to have more of it takes a village approach.
There's this tracking on both fronts, and how do they support each other?
And where does it feel like it's a good match? Because I think it's that feeling of support, feeling that there is space to be human. And some of that is what we give ourselves permission to do, and some of those that is the culture at a workplace of what's okay to do.
You know what I really like about this? Early on, we talked about this idea with moral distress. There's the individual and there's the collective, and that's exactly what you just laid out. That my individual journey is striving, disillusionment, radical acceptance, and then the collective is kind of the practical, logistical, for lack of a better term, the prevention, mitigation, treatment, and recovery. And both have strengths, and we can get imbalanced too much in either one. And so that there's really two halves of a whole here. I've got one more metaphor. I use this all the time when I'm working with clients on what does recovery and healing look like, and this idea of a spiral. Because sometimes I know in my own life, it's like, something shows up. It's like, I thought I was done working on this. Does this mean I've slid back 5 steps? And the idea of a spiral is you may be coming upon the same issue, but I'm not the same person. Time has passed, perspectives have deepened, skills have been learned. And so encouraging you that in your own process, if you come up to something again, it's an opportunity that you're coming at it from a different angle. You're a more evolved, wise person. And so don't let revisiting something be considered sliding back. It's actually movement forward.